Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, I'm in my hammock, but I think I'm a bit crooked because I just look a bit crooked on that video. There, is that better? No, I'm not so crooked. Hello. Well, I'm down here in the teepee. I went for a walk along the stream, at least 10 feet back away from the stream. And I found my chairs. I have a stream walk chairathon. If you go and look for it, if you type in stream walk chairathon, just 2 words, S-T-R-E-A-M-W-A-L-K and chairathon, C-H-A-I-R-A-T-H-O-N. Stream walk chairathon. You'll see all my walks along the stream where I could go from one chair to the next and sit there and video it, view it, and enjoy it. But my chairs are covered now. The bottoms of the chairs, the seats of the chairs are covered with snow. I mean, the snow is that deep. The arms are sticking out above the snow. So I didn't sit in any. As you can imagine, it's hard enough to walk without trying to get up and down. I have my trusty stick. Ha 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 ha. It's my taku stick. Oh, there goes the snowplow. So Willem said something about fixing up this teepee and getting rid of some of the burned up bits. I always want to improve everything. Everything I see, I want to fix it up. I was just saying, I think it was on the other video, that I read on Facebook today that the things that I take for granted, other people pray for. A stick, a hammock, a teepee, ice. I don't take all this too much for granted, because for me it wasn't very easy to build it. I did it all myself, you know that? I did get my kids to help me carry these sticks out of the forest. And then they had them all here in one big heap. And then I said, okay, let's put them up. And they all left. They also did that when I had them help me get them into the other ones, into the car. And I drove the car up to the house. And I took them out and I had a heap of them. Nobody would help me. They might have helped me put them in the car, but I don't think much. I think I did most of that all by myself. And yes, it always wrecked my back. I'd have to go to the chiropractor. So I have since learned that what I really need is somebody to hire, because for everything stupid I do, everything difficult for my body, I have to pay $45 at the chiropractor. So I can get 4.5 hours of work done for that, $45, if I could hire somebody at $10 an hour. I should find somebody who I can hire. That would be a very smart move. And then instead of going to the chiropractor, I could just add all that pain that goes with it. I could just hire somebody to do it. But I don't have $45. Hey, listen to that. Snow up there sliding down. So it was starting to snow a minute ago. Oh, it's starting again. I like it when it snows. It snows everywhere. It's sort of thawing. It's the end of February, and the March is thawing month. The whole month it thaws. It gets wet and muddy. And it thaws, and it's maple syrup time. I used to collect the maple sap. I have on various occasions. Sometimes my neighbors do, and the forest that we see out the living room window is theirs, and so we see them walking over there. And walking back with buckets, heavy buckets. $45 for 1 gallon of maple syrup. Probably gone up a lot since then, but That's a pretty darn good deal compared to carrying all those buckets and having to go to the chiropractor. Anyway, so it's starting to be a melty place. And that's not my favorite time. My favorite time is when the snow is on all the trees. But I'll have to find favorite things about it. It's very important that you enjoy the journey. It's very important to enjoy the journey and not just the end of the journey. So much is, as soon as such and such is done, I would like to make I would love to make a placemat on my loom, or I would love to make a bedspread on my loom, but it would take so long, and I don't have the patience to do that. And I say to them, or I think, if I don't say, that if all you want is the end product, you don't want to do it. Might as well buy it, first of all. But once you've done it and you just pick it up and look at it, you look at it and you enjoy it for 15 seconds. You really, if you really get into it, you might enjoy it for a whole minute. Then you put it away. Unless you keep it out and then you think of it, you see it, every time you see it, you think of it. But then it'll get into your bored with it mind, you won't even notice it anymore. Take for granted. So if you want to make something, and that's the big deal, is finishing it and having it to show, putting it out or using it. If that's your goal, it's a nice goal. However, you have to love the process. I have a friend that makes silk scarves on a loom. Do you think she does it with only the end in mind? No, she sells them, so, they can't sell for that much or people wouldn't be able to afford them. They certainly aren't going to sell for what it costs her to make them. In time. Imagine how many threads are in a silk scarf and how long it takes to thread a loom to weave silk. She's amazing. But the point is that people tell me I don't have the patience to do that. And the reason you don't have the patience is because you are seeing the end result and not the product. When you go swimming, do you go swimming so that you could have completed the number of laps and you could say, there, it's done, I did it? Or do you go swimming so you could feel the water slide along your face and blow bubbles in it and reach your arms far and kick your legs? Is that why you go swimming? That's why I go swimming. But if I only went swimming for the way I feel when I get out and my hair's dry, then my life, big chunks of my life would be wasted if I don't appreciate those chunks. So you have to appreciate the process. Raising children, it's not about the day they move out and you did it. Yes, I did it. It's about every day having fun with them and showing them new things that they don't know and enjoying them and their spirits, their happiness and their attitudes. So the same with weaving. You have to enjoy the process. Stained glass. I remember thinking about that with stained glass because it was borderline there. I really wanted to see the end product and see it hanging up. But there was a lot of time spent in making each stained glass item. You had so many pieces you had to cut out. And then you had to grind them. And I'm going to get into doing that after I finish doing a bunch of this pottery. I'm going to get all my soap, all my crock pots out, and I'm going to make lots of soap again too. But it's very important that you enjoy the journey. Just think about that, because if you're enjoying the journey, then you don't have to have patience. I don't mean that you won't develop patience, but what patience really is enjoying the journey. Impatience is wanting it to all go by so you can be at the end of it. Do you watch a movie Waiting for the end of it to come so you can, like, are you patiently waiting for the end? No, there is no patience involved in watching a movie because you're enjoying the movie. When you're eating dinner, do you have to be patient while the dinner's being eaten? Oh. Impatience would be waiting for the end of it. There, that's my latest pondering. That's right. Okay, well, talk to you later. Coming to you from the teepee on February the 25th at about 1:30 p.m. Bye.